Attention. Attention. Gaddafi, Gaddafi. Gaddafi, Gaddafi, Manafi. Gaddafi, Gaddafi, Manafi. Gaddafi, 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 Manafi. It's all about education. It's all about information. It's all about entertainment and controversy. Yeah.
Sambanane Makaya. This is Gaddafi Manafi, the entertainment freedom fighter, and welcome to Attention Show, the voice of the entertainment industry, where we bring you relevant information pertaining the industry, information, education, entertainment, and of course, what is Gaddafi Manafi without a pinch of controversy? Guys, I told you things on Natela Bantu. This is where you're gonna learn. This we're going to also come and share your musical journey. And namhlanje I've got, this guy. Today I've got this guy that I appreciate so much, because one thing that Gaddafi has always been talking about, ukuthi mele uthi nibhale ingoma in your own language, vernacular, guys, vernacular. And this is exactly what he's been doing ever since he got into the music industry. And we know him from one of the biggest the biggest gospel group, Joya Celebration, and he just came and he came in a storm, and he created his own voice and his own sound, rather, that when you hear that sound, you hear him. When you think like this guy's representing us, and no matter where he's gonna go across the globe, that's where what he's going to do, represent us. I love the fact that even when they went to Dallas, he didn't try to twang, but he remained himself throughout the way. And Mr. Sharashar, let me bring him in.
Mnganam askis la bengisayibenzisa
Yeah. Sawubona njani?
I don't know, or ngiyaphila mnganami, i-Wi-Fi yami ngizama ukuchecka yona.
Right, musu sonke lesikhathi masikhuluma.
Okay, yeah, I think sikrend manje.
Awusathanya sling.
Uyangizwa?
Udlani? Ngiyakubuza, udlani?
I think ingakwena mnganami problem.
Yeah. Okay, good. Say right. Ngiyakubona, ngiyakuzwa, sharp.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm blessed mnganami, ngisendlini, ngihappy, ngiright.
Yes, you're warm. Udlani lapho? Awuphenduli, udlani?
Ngidla ama-snacks.
Okay. Watheke ku-my friend, wangathi lawa aphuma ku-my friend.
Yo, guys, my friend. Yo, I'm a jumping jack.
Hey man, thank you for making time for us and agreeing to do this interview. It's an honor for me to have you here. Always great talking to you, and always available to have conversations, especially where it comes with kufundisa, sharing information and sharing your journey, and even participating on the awards, and like we are good, and I think one of the things that I realized you are so confident with your work is when you released your first album and you gave me a copy and you're like, hey, bruh, listen to this. And I was like, this guy is giving Gaddafi his music. How have you been doing, bruh? Like, what have you been up to? How has COVID been? Let me start there. How has COVID been? And are you out of COVID season, or is still the situation right now?
Nganami, I've been good. I-COVID ifike ngiqeda kurelease no bengiqeda prepare nje indaba yama-album wami and stuff. So yeah, yangishaya as everyone, but also inginika isikhathi to also focus on my music, yabo. Nganami ngibhala amaculo angazi noma u-30 something yini during COVID, yabo, just nje, you know, testimony and about izinto kade ngiyibona. So I've been working kakhulu kumina as AYANDA. And apart from that, yes, I released an album 2020, which I felt like did very well, yabo, because abantu bayireceive. One of the songs in the Akolo Zokukuga was trending, and it's still trending on one gospel, yabo. So far so good. Right now, Spumile COVID, ngibhizi ngama-events mfethu ngizama ukuthi igama lika-AYANDA lingacwili lingafi, especially coming from a bigger platform like iJoyous Celebration, yabo. It's very easy mfethu ukuthi abantu bakukhohlwe. So without any sponsor, without any funding mfethu, Gaddafi uNkulunkulu muhle, abantu basupporta. Sometimes show yami yaba flop, sometimes futhi yaba successful, you know. Depend ukuthi ngisuke ngasebenza kangakanani, ngasebenza noba, but all in all angicomplain because yonke izekhaya eyakaShange.
Yeah, and I'd like to applaud you on that as well. A lot of people, when they leave big groups like Joyous, where they had like a bigger platform, when they leave, they literally they shrink and they're no longer existent. But somehow you were able to, you know, be consistent and keep you just kept giving us your sound and kept delivering, you know. And like you say, it's by God's grace. But I'm sure, of course, it's more of your hard work, because nonkulunkulu uyasho ukuthi faith without works is dead, you know. So I'm sure it was your hard work as well, putting in your hard work there. And I mean, when someone sees you, or when someone says AYANDA, the first song that comes to my mind is Sihamba Ngomoya, because I think it's one of the songs that became really big. And the other day I was listening to it, I was like, I'm missing this sound, and I started listening to the song. Maranya, when I'm analyze and look attention. Okay, mina ngiyaunderstand ukuthi othi sihamba ngomoya wakaJehova, right? Umoya oyingcwele. Mara manje umuntu naqala because it's just sihamba ngomoya, umoya sikhonza umoya. Ayiphelelanga lento lena, ayithi umoya oyingcwele, ithi sihamba. I'm like, hey, mama, ayiphelelanga le ngoma. So, Wanje, what was the song that you were introduced with a Joyous?
It was 2010. Ushilo Njalo.
Yes, Ushilo Njalo.
Yeah.
Was that the song? Did you write the song?
No, ingoma ibhalwe ubaba uLindelani Mkhize, but ngase ngiya-add ke i-second verse, yabo, wakhuthaza umoya wami. Yeah. Yes. So it was one of ingoma ezangithatha zangibeka.
With your celebration, I mean, you were not there for too long. How was the experience when you were there?
Manami, experience yami kaJoyous, I think it's a beautiful success story. Ngizokutshela mnganami ngithi, even before joining Joyous Celebration, ngalala eNanda taxi rank eThekwini because mina bengihlupheka yabo ngiyababona abanye bethi they were suffering, you know, mina bengihlupheka blind.
They
So
were suffering
uh,
izilungu.
yeah yabo, so mnganami bengenayo imali yokusuka efolweni ngiye town ngiphinde ngibuye etown ngefolweni, so ngacela ulift bangishiya etown, from a town enanda taxi rank ngalala khona, then I did the audition ngakusasa. One, I was untidy, mnganami benguhobo nje like nje bengusikhotheni yabo, I must say that yabo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But out of 7,000 yabantu ababe I was the only one obe vocalist owathathu. Then you know,
Wow.
it just changed my life mnganami. And nengoma ke ubaba uMkhize anginika yona ushilo njalo yavele nje ya testify everything about impilo
Yeah.
yami yabo. So even ngalesikhathi bengiministera, I knew exactly what I was singing about yabo ngoba you know, my story nje honestly was a beautiful story. And then growing up kaJoyasi ngaphansi kwabonqubeko Mbatha boSiyanqoba and all these amazing singers yabo, then ngakhula ngayithola. But mnganami, within the journey yabo, I always wanted to be unique yabo, from nasesikoleni masicula, I always liked to be unique. Not that bengitswempu, but mina bengihlale nginalento ukuthi I want to be myself yabo, I don't want to imitate anyone. So now we Joyasi journey for 7 years, you know, to be truthful with talent lakho and also your style, because it's very easy to be lost, ukuthi ube lost within the journey kaJoyasi because of, you know, your friends, maybe about influence, whatever. So ugcina now sewungaziboni yabo. But you know, I've always had that thing with AYANDA. This is a platform ukuthi uzoyibona your talent, but don't change yabo, especially if it worked on the first song, the originality. Why changing it yabo? Then ngakhula ke mnganami, ngikhule from a cappella background, hence sometimes ngibe nokulahla ikey yabo, zonke lezo zinto lezo. It was a journey yabo, growing up into becoming this musician engiyena namhlanje. So basically i-journey yami nje kaJoyasi I really enjoyed kakhulu.
Yeah. Ngeke asho ukuthi wawugwaza abantu ngama-okapi, wahamba nge-okapi.
Yabona phela leyo yabona phela leyo mnganami, i-testimony yala besikhula khona yabo. Efolweni it's a very rough place yabo, ku-survivor osurvivayo and ozimelayo. Especially mina, I didn't have a family, ngikhule ngihlala emzini yabantu. Sometimes bengenza izinto ezenziwa kuleyo mizi just for ukuthi ngizothola indawo yokuhlala and just to adapt yabo. But ngiyambonga uNkulunkulu mnganami, because the moment I started to accept uJesu, that's when my life changed yabo. And ngaqala nami nga-attend isonto back then nje kofolweni. And now, you know, I'm a new creature. Angisashayani, angisalwi, hence anything negative ngiyayiblocker. I don't want to associate myself now. That's who I am, man.
Yeah, that's wonderful, man. You as well, and the reason why I like I mentioned, Uguti, my main interest in interviewing you is one of the posts that you shared 2 years ago, and that stuck with me until manje. Uguti, the lessons that you have learned, that you have gained through your journey, you know, because sometimes they just, you know, go with the flow, man. You know, people do this, they also follow through. There's no lessons learned. There's nothing they can share. But to say, Uti, everybody's doing it, I might as well, you know. And that is the business side of things, which is my main passion, ukuthi umuntu kumele utazi ukuthi business wise how they coping, because the reason why we have a lot of exploitation is because people don't know what benzani. For someone who has never went to who never studied music, who just, you know, by God's grace you were selected out of those 700,000 people to the person that you are right now, what is it? And I would like you to, I mean, I read your status, but this is a platform for you to also share with Konabantu who are looking up to you right now already, you know, what you the style of music and how you do things, the passion, and where you bring yourself on stage, where we experience your energy, you know.
Sure.
I would like you to take us through the journey of, let's start with your album. Were you under any record label, or were you independent in delivering that project?
Nganami, I once was kwi record label ebizwa In Him.
Yeah.
Ngo 2017 mangiyeka nje iJoya Celebration, actually yibo futhi abangi-motivator to, you know what, you can do your thing now, we'll support you. And then things didn't go well, you know. That powerful album engidlale nabo Sabu, nabo Lebo Mloro, nabo Mqhubekane, you know, it was a well financed album, yabo. But izinto mwanami zange senzeka the way ebesivumelane ngazo ebekubhalwe phansi, and then we ended up fighting, yabo, because nami I was desperate to say since manje sebethreatenisha ukuthi I can no longer have access emculweni wami and all that. And then you know, I just decided, it's okay, fine guys, let's just quit. Take the music, as long as ngi-right, ngizobona one day mase ngifuna ukubuyela kuyona lento. But for now I've got a talent, and I think I'm young, yabo, I can still work, you know. And as far as I know, you know, my name was even bigger than that company, you know. So mhlambe yona mhlambe futhi into eyangisiza to say, okay, ingoma yami usihamba ngomoya kuJoyous is still relevant, hence ngenza le show le yase Pretoria. That was the launch of iIco production, yabo, our own company as Sinokoketho. So I'm njengisho mwanami ukuthi angizange ize ngibe happy kwi-journey yami yokuba signed, yabo, as an artist, yabo. There are a lot of complicated things ezenzakalayo. Yeah.
Do you mind sharing, or is it like a confidential things that you can't share? I need abantu kumele ukuthi ba understand ukuthi what is it that they have to stand up to, because I realize ukuthi ama artists, they just take whatever and then it's too late. By the time they wake up, it's too late, and they regret ukuthi I shouldn't have. But wena uthe, what is it that made you ukuthi yazini, I'd rather be on my own?
Nganami iqale from kwindaba yama contract, izinto esithembisana zona, you know. Ngabatshela ngathi advantage yami ngiphuma kuJoya Celebration, so there's no way la ngathi khona there is i-province engamazi uAyanda Shange. If we can promote and work hard, bazo recognize abantu and actually support whatever that we are trying to do. Now as ayizange isenzeka, ama-tour agcina sengasenzeki the way besivumelane ngayo. And enye into futhi yasixabanisa, I went to UK, yabo. It was my gig, yabo, because sometimes besiba ne-deal yokuthi okay, if it's my gig, then it's my gig. If it's your gig and ngitholele yona, you will take your percentage. Okay, fine. Then UK ngaphatha ama CDs, I think bewama box i4. So it was like hundreds yama CDs of the new album. So UK they were crazy, my friend. They were with the work, the staff, they were aphela nje within 1 week. Then mangibuya eSouth Africa, imali yasekhampanini beku 100 rand yabo. So mina i-CD pheshana ngidayise u150. So ama 50 rand fangaba wami wonke angiwashare.
Yes. Yes.
So yaqala lapho ke i-problem ukuthi no le mali phela fangabiza yonke ngala si divide nani and all that, and then there were just many fights ke yabo because nami bengidemanda yabo because of what was promised kwi contract yabo to say okay but now we are not doing this and this kanjani yabo. So then we ended up okay as in ngagcina manje sengiforce ukuthi ngithola ama CD, ngathola ama CD kumele ngiwa-order or 65 rand or something yabo. I was like no, I'll not do that. So I rather start my own thing. Nkulunkulu ngiphile talent, I'll write new songs if I have to, and that's how we formed the company like Aiko Production, which was supported by a lot of people akade besazi story and who also believed kumina as an artist.
You know what I love? What I love, and something that I always say to AMA artists for them to, when they get signed by AMA record labels, is that they don't understand Wuti, they have a leg to negotiate because they are a product. So they have the right to negotiate. Some just take whatever is given to them. I mean, we've had a number of interviews. We've learned from a number of record labels, your Universal, your Sony, you know, where people are like, I didn't know that I was supposed to, I can negotiate, you know, as an artist. And you said something that is very important. You said, I know talent you actually you realize they need you as much as yes, you may, but they need you more. That's why they approached you. Otherwise they could have gone to someone else. Yeah, but the importance is that you knew who you are. You knew how talented you are. You are not sucking up to anyone. They were not doing you any favor, but this was business. So we both bring ourselves into this. And of course, without you, I wouldn't even have known about the record label. You just mentioned them today. Now I know them, but I wouldn't have known them at all. And but I love that. I love that, and I wish a lot of artists can actually understand that before they sign anything, they are the brand. They are the brand, and that's what you know, how they carry the record labels. They're not doing you any favor, but actually you are doing them more favor. You know, and the negotiating part. So when you parted ways, then what happened? How did you kickstart yourself with your company?
Manami, at first being miserable, I don't wanna lie, in such a way ukuthi ngaze ngayofuna usizo kubantu abanjengo Bhuti uEugene Mthethwa ngabatshengisa ama contracts and everything yabo. Mnganami, it was bad, especially the first 6 months, you know. At some point ngiyacanga ukuthi ngenze a mistake yabo for fighting for what was right, you know. And then you know mnganami kuyasiza ke nokuba nomuntu ozokumotivate yabo behind the scene yabo, which was my wife yabo. So ukuthi yazi kodwa labantu mathi uyachecka uwe ozobenza babe famous. If uzolotane ucomplaina ngabo ku social media or whatever badlale ngawe and stuff, it's fine, but abaziwa yabo leyo nto. And thina we can use that advantage and just be positive. We start our own thing, even if it's ngaqala ngishow. Hence ama visuals wale yanto yase Pretoria abe black and white, my friend, bengekho imali yabo, abo othola ukuthi and stuff besihlanganisa bekublind yabo. And we're like, okay, let's start. And ithola ukuthi apparently yavele yabo people by receiver abona beyishare, so akekho noyiwano wakhala ngama visuals. Instead bonke bas appreciate her for trying yabo and all that. So and then from lapho we said yazini, I think we can go, man yabo. We can go, abantu bas support her, and we've got a good relationship nama musician, so we can always try and see what's sizosebenza kanjani nabo Kananelo. They even helped a lot because iba abantu kade besimotivator to say amphathi but uyithwere lento man, you can do this and sikhona sizokusupporta, we know you are trying, you are an independent and all that. So till today mnganami sipusha nje ngaleyo grace kaNkulunkulu, but I think it's worth it ngoba mfethu ngiyabona ukuthi ingoma ziyadlalwa, the brand is really growing yabo, step by step. Even manje sesifake nokoketso, abantu bamreceive kancane kancane. So you know, say all now we are praying for that sponsorship. That's okay, guys, yini into enifuna ukuyenza, but we do not regret ukuyimela yabo, even though kunzima mnganami, it's very hard, but we do not regret anything.
Yeah, and well done on that, man. I just want to ask you because I was there when you launched Epitori on that concert. You know, I was there and I was busy taking notes. I want to ask you. Oh, Usipongwenya was on the poster. For that event, and he was not there. What happened?
My friend, I think Ungwenya waba busy. Champe was double booker, of which, you know, we do not complain. Ngoba vele we do not pay ama colleagues with. We support one another. But umuntu ma enento ke, there is yabo special okanye ebhadalayo. If ephula out, we like as mind. Although on the day kwakhona uSam imanager yakhe, which we really appreciated ukumbona, but Ungwenya akafikanga bo because kwakule 2 years and then kwazi kwaphela ishow yabo. But ke my friend, ishow yayimnandi kakhulu. Now wawukhona wabona, it was amazing. Yeah.
Uphuthumena kwenzakaleni because Lena, she was on the poster but I never saw her on stage.
Uphuthuma inkosi yami enegig, I think APE nganami, so washo ukuthi ngikakhona ukuza and stuff yabo. But kodwa nje my friend laphayana nje mfethu uNkulunkulu wasihonora yazi. Hey, it was so amazing.
Bangekho amanzi, bekungekho ukudla, sasilambile. I still remember I've never been wrong, Nkosi yami wema. But anyway, I'm sure you learned a few things. I mean, that was your first, and I'm sure you now do things better, you know. And I hope to attend one of your gigs and see if Nyempela you have learned, because I still have my notes. I still have my notes from the previous one. So,
No.
So, let's move to, yeah, Kulum.
Okay, ngithi phela you know mnganami, i-growth kuya depend ukuthi ukhula financial okanye ukhula branding wise yabo, in terms of your artistry and stuff. Thina mnganami, honestly i-growth ikhona, but we need resources. I don't wanna lie. We need resources, but we don't wanna fall futhi kwi-trap whereby ngizozithola sengenza izinto ebumnyameni because of imali, or maybe because of ukujaha ukuphumelela and stuff, you know. We appreciate ijourney and ilazama khona, we know ukuthi kuzoba right my friend soon, but nje people do support us. That's what matters. Us now, my lights and all these fancy stages and all that, yabo, sipusha nje ngesinakho ngaleso sikhathi, but as long as umsebenzi uqhubeka negama likhula, all is well.
Yeah, and I saw even in the Land of Keys, I mean, out of everybody, he was actually there, even though he was hiding there at the back at the top, but he was there. So let's speak about your management. How important is management in your in your business? Like you mentioned, Uguti, from that record label where you left, how are things when you say that things are harder? I want you to become detailed now. Uguti,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 was easier there. Yes, you didn't agree on a lot of things, but what is it that is harder now versus what was harder then? I mean, which was more easier when you were under management?
Mnganami, umehluko is when you are under management, you don't stress ngama radio interview.
Mm.
You don't stress mangabe
Yeah,
une-show, you don't stress ukuthi kubani ozodlala uzofuna malini. You don't stress about your marketing, you don't stress about PR. You are sure ukuthi you are covered. Whereas on my side,
yeah,
everything, kancane kancane we try ukuphesha. Hence sometimes sisizenzela thina i-marketing, whereby sivele sifake i-petrol, sihambe siye emasontweni, sihambe siyocula, simemezele into yethu, because that is the least we can do ukuze umsebenzi wethu waziwe. Okay, fine, ku-social media, yes, we post, siyaya live, people are responding, but it's not enough. Also, event, everything like is on me. Your sound, your venue, I must make sure everything is proper. Then I have to go and arrange the music, yabo, I'm a repertoire and all that.
yeah,
So everything igmina, but hence ngishilo mwanami ngithi yazi kodwa kungcono Gaddafi ngoba mangabe siyashayeka, we are learning kunokuthi ushayeke but
yeah,
omunye umuntu urelaxile, because sometimes bayakusayina but abakupromote the way kumele ngabe wena uzipromotha ngayo okanye the way obufisa ngakhona ukuthi kwenzeke ngakhona, so right now imina engisubmithayo on one gospel, imina engizama ukusubmitha ko-Trace, imina engizama. So now uyabona ukuthi sometimes sengizama ukufunda nane-PR side, you understand, and all
yeah,
that, because if you are signed mnganami, you just stay at home, ubona ingoma yakho seyidlala kwa-Metro FM, ubona sewudlala ku-Cause
yeah,
FM, mase uyaposta, hey guys, I am number
yeah,
1 on iTunes, yayibona yona. Everything, it's just free, yabo. But now for
yeah,
us, we have to beg people because asina marketing team, guys, ngicela ningisharela kuma WhatsApp status, ngicela ningifakela mhlambe naku-story ko-Facebook, so but it's a learning curve mnganami, yabo, because right now sengize ngiyibone ngathi sengi-good nakwi-PR and stuff, sengazi abanye abantu who are outside the singing maybe
yeah,
environment, sengiyazi ukuthi mangifuna ukwenzani ngikhuluma nobani, mangifuna ukwenza ukuthi ngikhuluma nobani, ngisubmitha kuphi, without any bribing or anything, just by me nje humbling myself, ngihambe mfethu ngiyoyikhalela abantu bangizwe. So that is the difference, ukuthi ngapha it's more work kumina, ngiyazenzela, but it's tiring, but
yeah,
worth it at the same time. Ngalapha bengiyi-superstar, yabo, bengibuzwa sekutshela kuthiwa nayi i-poster senza i-show, iliphi artist othi uyalifuna, mhlawumbe ngithi okay fine ngifuna uTaki, like i-feature kaTaki. At that time I didn't have any relationship noTaki, bengingamazi,
yeah,
but I loved
yeah,
his ministry. Ngathi guys, kule ngoma le ethi amaZulu medley, I would like to have uTaki, and then ngabona uTaki sekuthiwa okay, Taki is on board. So yeah, ziyasha siyasebenza. Now I have to do all the talking. Mangifuna ukufeature uBaba Makhabane, I must take a call. Mkhulu, I want to do a song with you. Avume,
yeah,
Aboxolani Jwaha and all the guys. So yeah.
yeah. Wow. And I just love the fact that you are the people baku level yako, man. You all promoting your own home languages, So
Sure.
it's good that you have identified your brand and you are associating yourself with a similar brand as well, So for someone that is looking up to you, and I keep saying that because people that are going to watch this, majority is people that are not in the music industry yet, but aspire to. Would you say to them, Uguti, does an artist need a record label, basaqala, or is it something that you can you can learn the processes from the beginning?
My friend, I can say yes. At the I can say no. Yabo. But yes, in a way, yokuthi omunye phela mnganami yabona inhlanhla zabantu ayifani namakhampani awafani. Ngizolinganisa ngekhampani eyenza kahle kakhulu that I love and bayangi-inspire, iKoko Records. Bathathe uAyanda Ntanzi yabo ene-talent kuphela, you know, and then bamveza, and then bazinikeza isikhathi, bamolda balipolish italent, because wonke umuntu mayifika, yes, italent suke sinalo, but the honest truth is that suke si raw, yabo, suke singakapolishwa, suke singakashine. So ngasho ngithi for iJourney kaNtanzi, for me, is when I say, okay, yes, this is what nami I can go for if ngathiwa maybe ngiyasayinwa or something, but mangisaqala, because even uNtanzi, nobody knew about him. Sonke simbone mayezocula kwishow ebino Bhuti Nqubeko Mbatha, and then the rest was history. But also know again, Gaddafi omunye akafani nami. Mina, I grew up in a very poor environment. Let's say ekhaya kunemali, you know, bang supporter financial. I think for me now, you can do without any record company, as long as you've got a strong team that is behind you. Abantu abazokwenzela marketing, PR yakho ibe strong, and you know, thola abantu be-media that will take care of your brand. Obvious, you've got resources. Uma mncane uyakhokha noma ugogo or ubaba wakho or something, you can do. But for someone like me, I had to grind from scratch, yabo, with the talented player, nothing more. So yeah.
And with your the PR and marketing, do you only use social media platforms, or is there other? Do you have someone assisting you in that department?
Nganami, for recording yami, we just did the door-to-door thing, your church visits, nama radio stations, and the social media again, because you know there is power now with social media, boga cool. And Kumbula, before Kumbula get recording yami, I promote, nama followers, I think of 40K on my page. You know, right now we have grown to 156K followers. You understand? And it's just, you know, posting, going live, sometimes in your dance, and then, you know, people will just come and, you know, engage. But so if you can ask me, Guti, what's the most important thing in Ifunai? It's PR and marketing. Those things, Gaddafi, they are not cheap. The more coca cheap is, the more izohamba ngakhona vele cheap. Yabo? But if yabo mangabune mali, I can even go for a PR ga 100K, you know. Then lapo I don't have to stress ngama marketing nokuthi ngiyadlalwa. You know, for me to be played because the FM, it's a big thing. Ngize celebrate. Yabo? Ngize celebrate nganam, because it's all my hard work. Ngisenda ingoma, ngithandaza ukuthi baphendule yabo. Kumhlobo wenene, it's a big thing for me. I don't take it for granted. Ukuthola i-interview ku-radio station, AYANDA, we want to have an interview with you or with your wife. It's a big thing for us, because we know ukuthi abanye abantu lezo zinto bazithola for free, because they are sorted, ama-PR nama-company abo cover everything. So yeah.
And You wanna my brain? If you look roast, like I'm trying to stop it. But I'm gonna find a better way to ask this. Like
Yeah.
maqala ku-industry mfowethu bowumthatha rapper manje so ukhuluphela ungaka udlani.
Lalela mngani wami. Yabona ngihlale ngisho ukuthi no one is ugly. Yabo? Akekho umuntu omubi emhlabeni. Back then Gaddafi, khumbule phela mngani wami, I was once also into drugs, yabo? Before music and everything. Kade ngidlala ibhola mina, yabo? And njoba ngisho ngithi ngakhulela nasemgwaqeni and all that. Ngike nga involved in my drugs. Strong for many years. For many years. As a result, even on my few years got Joyous 15 and 16, I was still smoking, yabo. And then you know, umuntu uyashintsha mfethu, umuntu uyashintsha. God's timing is the best, and also being surrounded by great people who believe in you. Not ama-celebrity, angikhulumi ngama-musician, ngikhuluma kunabantu abenze u-AYANDA SHANGE Gaddafi who are not in the music industry, yabo. People from my church, people from the community, yabo, who believe kumina. Angikhuluma ngabantu abadala who are not even on social media, yabo. People who maybe advise me, abantu abangibonisa ngempilo. Those are the people abangibonisile ukuthi, you know, uNkulunkulu akakubekanga kwi-Joyous for a mistake. It is because you have to change your life, yabo. You have to change your life like completely. You've got to behave like a umculi. You have to behave like umntwana kaNkulunkulu osesindisiwe. You have to behave like a businessman, you understand? And then that's how I think it changed. I started to ukukhetha abangani, abangani kade senza nabo izinto. I started running away from them, yabo. Hlangana noKoketso, we started having our own family, you know, and being full time at church, and also attending nezinto ebesingaposting ngazo, like izinto zoma counseling, zoma rehab. You get help silently, and then uphuma sewuright, fresh. Right now I'm good looking. It's because ngiziphethe kahle mngani wami, yabo. Ngi-healthy, ngijabulile. I'm just focusing on the business side and taking care of my family. You know, that's what i-COVID engifundise yona mngani wami. Sometimes ngiyakwazi ukuhamba just ngiyodayisa ama-CD so that kuzoba nokudla endlini, yabo. That is my focus njengamanje. And sorry mngani bekune-call la. That is my focus and all the aim esengiyenzayo ukuthi right now it's just to AYANDA, but also I'm working on also giving the youngsters ithuba, yabo. Also grooming, also exposing, but not now, yabo. It's something esikhulumayo to say. I would like to know, to give back and also give a talent, scout up. But I've been was born with a talent, like you should try log on a talent, you know. So it is something esisebenza ngayo leyo. So yeah.
Would you say that your name as where AYANDA Pela, I need to you're not starting from the scratch. We knew you because of Joyous, and you just like you know, you were starting from another level. Would you say it's what makes it easier for you to get radio play, or would you say it doesn't matter who you are, it's just as hard, doesn't matter, as long it's just that is why you get excited when your song plays, because it's not by your your name does not hold, does your name hold any power when you approach radio stations?
My friend, I think
And then
I think you know everything yami, especially maskuluma go music. My character comes forward. My heart comes forward. You understand?
wow,
I'm a
yeah,
I'm a very bubbly person. Even
yeah,
nganami ngiyofuna usizo kuwena, ngifika sengibhabli vele sengikuthambisa yabo. You know, ngifika sengikuthambisa. I think
yeah,
iyona nto uNkulunkulu angishiye ngayo mengithathwa ngithathela abazali bami is to just have lolo gazi lokuthi mangiqhamuka, you know, people will just, you know, fall in love and shara
yeah,
shara and all that. So I
yeah,
use kakhulu i-character yami other than ukuthi yeah phela mina ngu-Ayanda from Joyous, because honestly that doesn't count, you know. I always tell people ukuthi esikwenzeka Joyous was good for i-Joyous celebration, but it also isikhulisile njengama-musician to also get to know our strength as abaculi. But I would say izokwenza i-brand ngaphandle. It's not that people know you because of that, you understand? So
yeah,
ngiyaya nje ngiyithobe, sometimes ngize ngisho ngithi if you don't know me you can recall me mhlambe ku-Joyous celebration, lo mfana obedansa kakhulu, and then people like, oh yeah, you understand? So that's how humble I am mangiyoyichaza kabusha kubantu, to say igama lami ngu-Ayanda, ngicula i-gospel, but abangangikhumbuli mawazi i-Joyous celebration uyamazi lo mfana lo benza ukuthi nokuthi nokuthi, and that really works for me yabo. Abanye ke honestly they just help me because they know me from Joyous celebration. Hence ngithi Joyous is a big platform. Isisize kakhulu mfethu, noma sihamba ngaphandle sisayikhera leyo nto ukuthi hey Ayanda we-Joyous and all that, so it really helps.
yeah. And you remind me, masihlangana first time ukuthi, I mean, I saw you as, I was expecting you to have like a fucked up attitude, to be on some, do you know who I am? But you were actually very humble, and I think that is what stole my heart for you. Yes, one, you are talented, but to realize that you are as humble as fuck, that for me was like, you won, like you won me as a fan, like wire, you know. And a lot of people don't realize ukuthi talent alone is not enough. If abukho ubuntu, we lose you immediately. Like, it's like, okay, this person is talented, but they've got a fucked up attitude, and that just kills the brand. So if there's anything, Donna, like, hang on to that. Like, don't, no matter Michael Jackson went gospel. You must never lose that personality, you know, because
Sure.
it's something that God has given you. It's something that can never be taken away. Noma talent yakho khona manje, voice yakho noma ingasha, will still be able to marry your music through your character, your personality,
Sure.
you know.
Sure.
So Dana, just, you know, that for me is the shit, bro.
Bravo.
And tell me, before I continue, actually, before I forget, the Shara Shara name, how did you
Sure.
come about Shara Shara? Where does that come from?
Now Mwanami, it goes back to creativity. Creativity, my friend, is that when you are in the arts, entertainment, you cannot be doing what has been done. If in fact you wanna come and create your own legacy, your own trademark, your own sound, you've got to bring it as a package. Now, mina, I'm a praise one. I always have dance moves wakon, and I give birth to igama that dance move. If you can watch it, Joyous 18. There's a song lebe ngicula lethi ubani loyo nguwe Jehova Guwe Jehovah. That's where I started Ishara Shara dance. Yabo saying, Na Ishara Shara, Na Ishara Shara. And then Taka, Taka, Kaka. Yabo. And then and then you know from Lapo and you could listen again and feedback. Yabo from social media, people across the country and Africa. Hey, we love the Shara Shara dance, yabo. We love the Shara Shara dance. I'm like, oh, hey, you should see a spanner then, yabo. And then Shara Shara was created kanjalo. Namanje again, cause I can't do any song alphakamisanga umlenze. Yabo, and just you know. But also, I've got many dance moves, manam. I've got Iwo that I created on Joyous 19. I've got Insigelelo dance that I created good Joyous 20. And good Joyous 21 in Dallas, it was just a mix. Yeshara Shara and all that. Yabo. So I create my own dance move. I was ngenza ikwara or what you call it dap or something. Yeah, I can't dance actually, but what I create works for me. Yeah, but now there's a crazy dance about Sanda. It's yeah, well, people are laughing that thing, and I was just playing around and you know. So when my son Meshega once my son and wife Meshega, when I do something, I'm like, this will work. This will work. Okay, let's say shy. Mama, oh my God, you're so crazy. I'm like, yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. It's good to hear Uti. Even your son is an inspiration and your number one fan. Showuti, actually, he's the one who's making decisions. Yeah. So we're actually watching what has been decided by him, Uti. This is it.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to aspiring musicians besides everything that we have?
Okay, mnganami nje ngicela nje just 1 second ngithathe i-charger yami la. Ngicela ukuthatha i-charge.
About. Okay.
Yeah, I am back. I'm back, baby. Ngithatha nje i-charger yami. Akusiyona le, sorry. Yeah. All right, my friend.
It's fine.
Okay, I know you're okay. So, uthini ke my friend? Yeah, perfect.
What advice would you give to aspiring musicians besides the one what we have already covered?
Sure. Mnganami so firstly singajaha ukucula yabo. Ukucula wonke umuntu uyakhona ukucula. Singajaha ukucula, but let us first discover ukuthi yini into esifuna ukuyicula. And sifuna ukuyicula kanjani. And sifuna ukuyiculela obani.
Yeah.
And especially kwi gospel, I would say also izinto ze spiritual, yabo. You cannot sing ngomuntu ongazi ngaye, because I think zonke ingoma ze gospel zinobu testimony, yabo, zinobu testimony of something, yabo. You cannot sing ngento ongakaze uze we experience and stuff. But on generally, it's very good mfethu uqala ufunda igame, yabo, and also have a proper plan ukuthi labantu engizobaculela bazo receive kanjani into yami, yabo. Your team bakhona yena abantu abakholela kuwena abangathatha leyo nto yakho bayibeke la wena ufuna ukuya khona. So it's a whole package for umuntu osafuna ukucula. But nje ngihlale ngitshela abantu mina ukuthi don't start ukuthi ngoba na ukuthi ufuna ukucula sewuyacula. It's very important, Gaddafi, to say okay, I wanna do African gospel. Okay, sure. Go African gospel, sekuno Dumi Mkokstad, sekuno AYANDA Shange, sekuno Tina Zungu, sekuno Jumbo, sekuno Taki. Where am I gonna fit in ngale yami? Yabo, gizo
Yeah.
add value. I'm not here to copy omunye umuntu. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once was discover lokho, I think akekho umuntu ozokubamba. Yabona nje for a perfect example, mnganami ziningi ihosha. Yabo,
Yeah.
hayo, yabona.
Yeah.
Yabo, but
Yeah.
but originality, mnganami, is very important. Also the songs, your songs, you must have your own style. Yabo, you can't be seen umculi okhona ukucula noma yini, yabo, because uzogcina ungasekho good nakuzona yonke leyo nto ocula kuyona, yabo. There must be a particular sound where you are strong kuyo, and you must just be honest about leyo sound leyo. So nje finding yourself kodwa is the most important thing. Qala ukuthi mangifuna ukucula ngenzela bani and ngiyenza kanjani. What am I bringing? Like now, I can even be offended mengabona umunye esebambe dance mesazabamba umlenze, yabo, because it's what I've created to say, okay, mina ngizongena kule space whereby I'll just give people my heart. I don't have like a big voice, a beautiful voice and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. And you do know, Wuti, on Joyous 26, there is a song and a sound that was that I don't know if they were trying to replace you, or if it's a good thing that you created a sound and now they are carrying on with the sound. But how do you feel about that? You're on Joyous 26 without being on Joyous 26.
But mnganami, I don't think ukuthi bebezama ukureplace mina. Joyous is a big institution, and fortunately or unfortunately, ingoma yenziwa umfowethu ubani uAndile. So Andile vele has got like a husky voice, asifani tone wise, I don't think siyafana. So I think naye Shemu uyenze ngendlela yakhe. If nami benginganikwa yona bengayenza ngendlela yami, yabo. So I'm not complaining though. Even though nabanye vele bake basho kanjalo, but angaze ngithathe kanjalo. What I believe mina is that mawuse uphume kuJoyous, it's where it means you have proven ukuthi you are now an artist, yabo. Because you continue, because even if you can watch my solo videos, you'll still find that vavavoom, that craziness, that Joyous and science, yabo. So yeah, it's just that man is saying with space Sam.
Yeah. And so your journey, there's a lot of things you have learned, and I'm sure you have worked with people by long with it. They have gone to school, they went to study music, and you didn't. Would you advise that young person watching you right now if they should go and study music or not?
I think they should go, mwanami, yabo. Nami ngiyafisa, but mina ngifisa ukuyowenza on the production side, yabo. Yabo izinto, but for ukucula, mfethu ukucula kade kumele kube talent, mfethu, yabo.
Yeah, first, of course.
Yabona mfethu, if you can check, most people who have made it in the music industry are like homemade, yabo. Like homemade, especially kwi gospel, mfethu, like nje siyi homemade, yabo. But it's good to get ukuyofunda umculo, yabo. Like mina kaJoyous, I think ngiwufunde lapho umculo, mfethu. Because mina manje sengazi nama keys, sengicula B flat, yabo, A, yabona mfethu, go A, F sharp, yabo leyo. Sengikwazi ukuyibiza ngisho stage. Give me P flats. Yabo. So,
Yeah.
so I think it's good so that uzowazi ne-key comfortable ngayo yabo. Ekuqaleni buvela ucula and you are alpha and mase kumele uthi we give you yabo. So 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 you know what, mnganami lapho iyasiza so that you understand the key ube right. Yo, I
Okay.
now got phela how.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no. That was dope. Oh, so you wanna study production, you say?
Yes, madam, that is my plan. Right now, in the studio, nyane sincane, our
Yeah.
mini studio that I'm learning kuso. Njengoba nje izolo, I told you ukuthi I was in studio recording a Shona song, just me nama keyboard kuphela.
Yes.
It's where siyasebenzela sizenzela yonke into. So eventually ngizoba nazo izinto and I can help just to plant a seed, record ama-artist. Also mhlawumbe ukhona nomunye singamthola ongajoyina i-ico production. I mean phela we can't be doing this size sibe amakhehle. I always tell people ukuthi even if maybe I may not reach where I want to be, but I can be a door for that talent that can come and blossom, South Africa.
Yeah. Wonderful, man. So is it too early to speak about your upcoming Shona song, or you will keep us updated?
Manam, lalela.
Yeah.
Yabona phela la. Ngonami uzoyizwa enye i-worship njengoba ngisho nje authentic sila original. I wrote the song nganami. It's a beautiful Shona worship. Ama-Zimbabweans bayangilandela kakhulu from the album. There's a song engifeature uChelsea Mguni from Zimbabwe, that powerful lady obejiva. The song is doing well on YouTube. Angiposti mina mnganami on YouTube. I don't promote, I don't do anything, but the song is more than 200k views now. YouTube, it's doing very well. So I thought, let me give it a shot. I wrote a new song, a worship song, no vocalist, no band, no, it's just me and my keys guy. So we will release the song end of the month, Lega July. Yeah.
End of the month or end of July? End of July, you say?
Yes.
Okay. What's the name of the one you did with the lady? The name of the song?
The lady, it's Tinoti Muari Varigo. Tinoti Muari Varigo. Tinoti Muari Varigo. Okay, no, ngizokuthumela. Yeah, ngizokuthumela i-link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that I also watch it. Pelamina, so what I do every morning, I play all my favorite songs on YouTube because for numbers to grow, I need to so I want to contribute to the growth of that.
I don't know if it's. No, it's not me. Yo, is it my network or what? Inetwork yami. Hayi-ke mina ngiyaphuma-ke mina. Hayi bo.